Hey everyone, welcome to the Unitrust Healthy Meal Series. Today I'm going to show you how to make my vegetarian cobbler casserole. It's delicious, vegetarian, but does not cheat on flavor. Hi everyone, Chef Jason. Let's get started. So, let me get my stove on. So what I love about this is, obviously, parents are at home. The kids are at home. We need something healthy on the table. What do we use? Healthy vegetable items, even provision items that we have in our refrigerator every day. We make it happen, we feed them, and of course, on a healthy, safe, and economical budget. So let's get started. My pot is on the stove. I'm going to add some vegetable oil inside there. I'm on high heat right now, so I'm looking at about 3 tablespoons. To that, I'm going to add some chopped onions. Now this is a casserole, so the ingredients are a nice big chunky size, so they can stand the test of cooking in the oven. So onions are cooking inside there. We have some chopped garlic also. Garlic is obviously the good brother to onions. When you cook those guys up, you know it smells up the whole household, and you want to get kids excited about good food, especially when it's vegetables. You know what I mean, guys. Celery inside there, our local celery. So a lot of flavor goes inside there. Onions, garlic, and celery. A lot of sugar inside there also, so it does add a significant amount of flavor. And of course, the aroma is mesmeric. You want to let this go for about 2 minutes to saute to get the caramelization on. So now my hard cooking vegetables and provision is going to go inside there. We're speaking about chunky carrots inside there. And of course, the dish takes on a different image now. It's colorful. We're going on potatoes. These are diced potatoes. I try to keep them all at the uniform size. As you can see, this is eggplant. So the potatoes, the carrots, all similar size. Uniformity means that the casserole will cook evenly throughout its process. Sometimes it's pretty hard to get kids to eat healthy, especially when vegetables are, in the scene. So if we could make something that is obviously beautiful, tasty, delicious in all means, and of course colorful, we're halfway there to get the kids excited. And you want to mix up everything nicely. Get all those colors interspersed inside there. The eggplant cooking, the potatoes, the carrots, allow them to mingle nicely. We're going to allow this to cook for about 5 minutes just to soften up the eggplant and the potatoes. So things are intensifying now, they're getting hot. These are softened up, so I'm going to add my softer cooking vegetables. We have broccoli florets, very healthy as you know. Add that inside there. We have some bode. Some people are growing it in their backyard these days during COVID time. I say, yes, let's put some inside there. Some corn kernels. We always have this inside of our cupboard, our pantry. And of course, we are building on the color as well as the sweetness and the flavor of the dish. We also have some sweet peppers inside there also. You could use green, yellow, whatever your heart desires. And we are going to continue sauteing them up. So it's very similar to like a stir fry when you think about it, except it has potatoes inside there, eggplant, pretty much everything that you have in your refrigerator at point in time. Usually we have odds and ends of vegetables and we want to find creative ways of using them. This is an excellent recipe to try. And of course, I did mention that this is vegetarian. You can get creative for all the meat lovers outside there. You could try minced meat inside here, bacon, minced fish. Get creative and imaginative with it. But today, we're keeping it healthy. We're vegetarian. What I'm going to do now is season it up with some fresh rosemary inside here. You could use thyme, but this works well for me. Some salt and black pepper. This is where we start to usher in flavor inside there. And we also use some black pepper. Get creative with the spices. Paprika and chili is really great inside here. I'm keeping it simplistic. We want to continue sauteing this for 2 minutes and then we're done. Well, done with the first part, that is. So this is done now. Now this looks beautiful as is, and of course you can eat it like that. It's very similar to sauteed vegetables. But we are going to amplify it, take it to the next level. We have a Pyrex dish here, lightly greased. And I'm going to take my vegetable casserole here and I'm going to pour it out. Look at those colors, guys. Beautiful. The corn, the potato, the eggplant, the sweet peppers. Oh my gosh, and it smells so good. That rosemary is just so pungent inside there. You don't need much of it. A little bit goes a long way. I want to make sure I get all out. Beautiful. And I want to spread it out like this. So glorious this is. You can see that steam, it's still cooking. But now, we are going to make a beautiful white sauce to put on top of this. So it cooks in that beautiful creaminess. Let's do it. Put this to the side. Stove back on. Now to this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of butter inside there. To make a quintessential white sauce, you do need some fat inside there. So the butter is going to go inside there. It's going to condition the pan nicely. We're using the same pot, so less cleanup. So I'm going to start to stir the butter inside there. Now all those caramelized bits at the bottom of the pan, that's a lot of flavor. You do not throw that away. That's the DNA of the pot and the dish itself. That's where flavor resides. Now that I have that going, I'm going to add my flour inside there. What we're essentially making here is a roux. It's a thickening agent for our white sauce. We add our flour in. And at this point, it's time to do some whiskey business. Yeah, that's right. Whisk it up like that. And we are essentially cooking the flour in the butter. It's starting to turn a beautiful blonde color, and that's a great sign. To that, we're going to add our milk. And we increase our temperature to medium. Now we don't want this to boil. We want to allow this to thicken. The flour is going to thicken this milk sauce. So we stir it gently. As I'm using the whisk right now, it's breaking apart any particles of flour inside there. We want to allow this to thicken on medium temperature for about 2 to 3 minutes. Beautiful. Now as you can see, let me switch over to this. My sauce, it's a nice creamy consistency. It still has a nice run and give to it. And it's slightly thick. And this is what I want to pour on top of my vegetable casserole now. So let's go and do it. And I just guide it along. Again, using the same pot that we did earlier on. All that flavor inside there. You can see the specks of the shadow benny, rosemary inside there. Everything that you pretty much would like to add flavor inside there, add it. It's very reminiscent of a macaroni pie, it's just there's no pasta. Look at that, beautiful. So as this cooks, that moisture is going to then break it down and bring it into a sort of a pie consistency. But first, let me put this aside. I'm going to make my topping for it. I got an adventurous topping. I'm going to be making a cobbler topping, a savory cobbler topping. So let's get started. I have some flour in my bowl. A little bit of baking powder. We need that lift for our dumplings. A little bit of parsley inside there also to make it beautiful. Mix that up nicely. And I'm going to crack some eggs. Beautiful. Or I should say excellent or egg-cellent. Again. Beautiful. Ooh, comes there. And what I need to do now is whisk it up. You want to break the yolks and the whites so they become homogeneous. Have that going on, rest it to the side. And this is what I do now. Bring this into the frame. And I'm going to be adding my cheese inside here. Of course, we can't make a good cobbler pie without some cheese. So I'm going to start to mix it up like that. To that, I'm going to add a little bit of vegetable oil. just so we have some fat inside there, so it crisps up nicely. We're adding some milk. And the eggs that I whisked up earlier. This is where things get nice and dirty. Go in with a fork, and we just start to mix up everything nicely. Now the consistency that you're looking for is slightly mealy, but at the same time, a little clumpiness. And you could immediately see that it's coming together nicely. You see that cheese inside there, the flour. It's going to mellow and create a beautiful crust on the exterior of our cobbler. We take these little dollops and just put them on top just like that. Now these are going to create little bubbly sensation bumps when they cook. The cheese, the flour, the eggs inside there, it's going to be little pillows of love. And that's so important these days. You got to make vegetable dishes or vegetarian dishes exciting for our kids, especially at home and you're on a budget. If one thing that COVID-19 has taught us is pretty much be creative with what we have. And that's it right there. So you have these little bombs of love and creaminess and crustiness about to happen. My oven is set at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to put this into the oven. It's going to bake for about half an hour to 40 minutes or until cooked. It's going to be bubbly, crusty, and of course, delicious. Let's go. Woo! Look at this, guys. Look at that bubble. Look at that creaminess inside there. You could just know that this is going to taste good. It's creamy, it's decadent, it's comforting, and put a smile on everyone's face.